Alrighty, so we are going to do section 2-1, day 2. And like I said, our notes are pretty quick. The one thing you need to keep in mind as you do tonight's homework, and as we look at today's notes, when you are asked to do a transformation, followed by this transformation, followed by this transformation, you need to clean up each transformation before you go on to the next. By that I mean simplify, whether that mean FOIL, whether that mean distribute, whether that mean multiply, whatever it is that you have to do, clean up each one before you go on. That will be your biggest issue if you don't follow that tonight. So let G be a translation 3 to the right, because notice we didn't have any right or left. Did you guys notice that last night? No rights or lefts. Okay, 3 to the right, up to, none that you had a right. And a reflection over Y. And now we're not starting with the parent function. Notice this time we are starting with this function. So our function that we're starting with already has some translation to it. So first thing first, it asks us to go right 3, okay? If I go to the right 3, Lucas, what do you do when you go right 3? Okay, well, it's right 3, isn't it? Or was it 2? Okay, right 3. So inside the parentheses, he said he's going to do x minus 3. So here's the difference. Everywhere I see an x. Everywhere I see an x, I do parentheses x minus 3. Okay, so I have g of x equals parentheses x minus 3, parentheses, squareds on the outside, minus 5, parentheses, x minus 3, parentheses. So each of those x's were replaced with parentheses x minus 3. Now, remember I said clean it up before the next thing. We got lots of cleaning up to do. What does x minus 3 mean? Do you remember? What if I ask you to square 5? What does it mean to square 5? So if I ask you to square x minus 3, how many of those do you have? And what do you do when you have 2 of them? FOIL. Oh, wow, Lewine.
Wow.
FOIL is like so easy. Just double distribute. Okay, so Lucas, we're going to just distribute x to both. What do you get when you distribute x to both? Well, what's x times x? X times x. X squared. And now x times negative 3? Good. Now distribute negative 3 to both. What do you get?
Negative 3x.
And then what?
Negative 9.
Positive 9. Okay, we'll simplify that again in a minute. Now, what are you going to do with this negative 5 here? So when you distribute negative 5 here, what do you get?
Negative 5x plus 15.
Is everybody okay with what I've done thus far?
Yeah.
Okay, again, algebra 1, brush off the dust a little bit. Now, combine like terms. We're still not done cleaning it up. Combine like terms. Do you have anything, Lucas, you can put with the x squared?
No.
No. What can we put together next?
Negative 3x minus 3x.
And
the 5x.
yeah, what do you get there?
Negative 11x.
Negative 11x.
All week.
And then what else can you put together?
9 and 15.
And you get
24.
plus 24. That's just right 3. Yes, you have to FOIL tonight. Don't forget to FOIL. Okay? Next we are going to, he's not here. Caden. All right, so now Caden, the next thing we're going to do is reflect Y. What do you do when you reflect Y, Caden? You change X. Right.
Up to.
Oh, I missed that. I was out of order. Thank you all for yelling at me. So, Kaden, you get the easy one because it says up to. So, what do you do to go up to, Kaden? So now, alright, now we're just going to come here. X squared minus 11x plus 24, and we're just going to add 2. Clean it up. Kaden, what do you get there? So x squared minus 11x plus 26. That was easy. Now we're going to reflect over. So now Olivia's like, thanks a lot. Reflect y. So Olivia, when we reflect y, she kind of helped you out. What are we going to do to start? We're going to change what? That means everywhere you see an x, it becomes what? Negative x. So everywhere I see an x, I make it negative x. And I put it in parentheses. So I'm going to say, okay, this is negative x squared minus 11 times negative x plus 26. What's negative x times negative x, Olivia?
Positive 11.
Wait, negative x times negative x.
Just x.
X
Squared.
And then she said positive 11x, bring down the 26. And that is your final quadratic in standard form. So you need to write your answers tonight in standard form, meaning ax squared plus bx plus c. So I don't think it's hard. I think it's a lot of algebra 1. A lot of algebra 1. All right, you guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right, so this one, we're going to start here with this. And the first thing we're going to do is go left 4. So AJ, what do when you go left 4?
Add 4 and x, both of them.
With
Parentheses.
Okay, so we have 2 times
X plus 4.
quantity
Squared.
plus.
X plus 4.
Okay. So on the left side here, we're going to work with this. How would you write that out long ways?
2x plus 4. And then parentheses x plus 4.
Good. You cannot distribute the 2 first. Order of operations, you have to take care of that squared. So that's why I did x plus 4 plus x plus 4. Now, at this point, you do have a choice. You could distribute the 2 to one of the parentheses and then FOIL, or you could FOIL and then distribute the 2. I personally think that's easier. Okay, so let's go ahead and FOIL that. So I'm going to leave this 2 on the outside. What do you get when you FOIL in here?
2 or x squared.
Uh-huh.
And then b x or 4x.
Uh-huh.
And then you go 4x again.
So how many x's is that?
3 or
8x.
8. Oh yeah.
You see? So a lot of times at this level, I skip that plus 4x plus 4x. If you need to write plus 4x plus what on the end?
Plus 16.
Yeah. If you need to write x squared plus 4x plus 16, you can. But at this level, I think most of you are okay with, okay, that'd be plus 8x plus 16. And now what are you going to distribute?
The 2.
And what do you get?
2x squared plus 16x plus 32.
Okay. Now, this, if you wanted to think about multiplying, you have a 1 there. Does that affect anything?
No.
So you just have plus x plus 4. Combine your like terms, AJ. What do you have?
2x squared plus 17x plus 36.
All right. Are you guys okay with the first part, which is just left 4? Next thing is 1 down. So Ty, you get the easy one. What do you do to go down 1?
Subtract 1.
Down 1, subtract 1. What do you get?
2x squared plus 17x plus 35.
Okay? And the last thing is reflect over the x-axis. So Addie, if we reflect x, what do you change?
Y.
You change y. And remember, y is what?
Everything.
So you just put a negative in front of the whole equation. And then what do you do with that negative?
Distribute
And what's your final answer, Addie?
negative 2x squared minus 17x minus 35.
And this is our final answer. Questions? All right, you have the rest of class time, which is 22 minutes to work on this. 28, 38 off. That's your homework. Sweetness. Do you need graph paper? One, let me check.